Have you ever picked up a leather watch strap and wondered, how is this made? How do they turn alligator leather or cowhide into a leather band? Well, we visited Belgium's premier leather strap maker to find the answers to exactly that question. Let's get into it. Over our 15-year history, we have learned a lot about what goes into making the very best leather watch straps. And on our quest to finding top quality suppliers, it's led us to Lick. Lick is a Belgian family-run business, and since 1971 they have been creating high-quality leather watch straps using traditional techniques and carefully sourced materials. In this video, we will be showing you exactly what goes into creating a high-quality watch strap. So let's start at the beginning with sourcing and selecting the leather. The very first stage to making a strap requires the manufacturer to select the materials. This requires a really deep knowledge of the leather production process, from the environment it's sourced to the type of dyes used in the tanning process. Lick have a really strong relationship with many of the premier tanneries across Europe and can confidently source sustainable and high quality leathers for a range of strap styles. The sourcing process doesn't stop there. Once the leather arrives at Lick, it is carefully inspected for quality and colour. Just like in watchmaking, precision is key to ensuring a strap is close to perfection. The next step in the process is measuring and cutting the outline of the strap using a laser cutting tool. Well, it's not actually a laser cutter, but the laser does guide the blade so that the cut is as precise as possible. This is one of the parts of the process that Lick have found using this tool to be the method that produces the best and most consistent outcomes over using a human hand. And I love how they've embraced 21st century technology whilst keeping traditional hand tools in the process, and we will see more of this later in the video. Next is thinning and splitting the leather. The margins for error are so tight here that it often takes several attempts using the scything machine. The leather arrives at thicknesses between 1.1 and 2.5 millimeters, and the leather used here needs to be thinned to exactly 0.8 millimeters. There is real precision to this process, working to within tenths of a millimeter. No piece of leather will proceed further in the manufacturing process until it has met the required thickness. Even flat leather straps need filler material. The filling of a strap is an often overlooked component in strap design. The use of appropriate filler material type and quantity can determine how well a strap wears and how its style complements your watch and your outfit. Then you need to glue and assemble the individual parts. Now, gluing is an essential part of the process as it ensures the longevity of the strap, and in order to make the strongest bond between the components, the leather is roughened on the underside to help the glue bond better. Now that the strap is partially assembled and sized, the precise cutting and shaping can take place. This process uses a hydraulic press and cutting tools that were specifically made for strap cutting in Switzerland. At this stage, the strap really starts to look familiar and take the shape of the finished product. One of the latter steps in this process is branding the strap by stamping the logo. This is done using a brass stamp heated to exactly 100 degrees Celsius. Now, any hotter and the leather burns, and any cooler and the embossed logo would fade over time. Sewing is the most important structural part of the strap. It holds all the sections together, supporting the gluing and holding the filler material in position. The attention to detail here continues with the types of machines used to the polyester content in the thread. A combination of automated and manual sewing machines are used to ensure accuracy and quality in every strap. The stitches are always hand finished using a soldering iron to remove excess thread. The edges of the strap are then painted and dried multiple times over to create layers. Now, this is not just an aesthetic touch, it actually prevents water ingress to the inside of the strap. The painting and drying process requires several different steps to ensure that the paint bonds to the leather. Sanding and buffing ready the surface for the paint, and repeated painting and drying ensures a strong protective coat that looks smooth and rich in colour. Even a component as small as the keepers are still made with the same care and attention, just like every other part of this process. Thin strips of leather are curled and then cut so that when they wrap around the strap, it creates a smooth edge. The glue is carefully applied and they are then set and sewed using the same thread as the main stitches. Arguably one of the most important stages of this process is ensuring that the strap can be worn comfortably. To do this, the pinholes are made using a traditional machine that ensures that every strap has the same level of comfort and adjustability. At this point in the process, the spring bar holes are also reopened using a mixture of small machines and hand tools. Now the strap is really beginning to come together. As with every stage in this fascinating process, the final assembly includes a strict level of quality control. Every strap is inspected in its completed form to ensure it meets the high standards Lick hold themselves to. The 316L stainless steel hardware is then applied to the strap before being packaged, ready to be received by the customer. We are incredibly proud to offer high quality straps from Lick with our designs, and I hope this video has given you a better understanding of what makes our premium strap range so special. Make sure to visit the WatchGecko website if you would like to learn more. But thank you so much for watching this video. Make sure to subscribe so that you never miss a new upload, and I will see you all next time.